Yo, so this is half of what's left over of this cheesesteak that I started eating. I forgot to take pictures of the full thing. But anyway, this is how I do my cheesesteaks by Vic Cook. So the first thing I did was I got a frozen ribeye, and you want it to let it sit out for a little bit just to unthaw. And I got some butter, some garlic, some onions and peppers that I diced it up, and I seasoned that with a little bit of the black and tan. You see there, got some provolone cheese, peppercorns, and I got some buns, mayonnaise in the back. Yeah, we'll get started because this was very delicious. So now this ribeye I actually had to freeze it. And then I took it out to let it soften up just a little bit. But the point is, when it's frozen, you can make these really thin cuts, and that's gonna help, for the consistency of the cheesesteak. Those really thin pieces of ribeye, and you want to go with ribeye because it's very delicious. Got a lot of marbling, so the fat just adds more flavor to it. You could use a chuck eye steak, which I have before, but I had an extra ribeye laying around, so I figured why not go ahead and use this. And it's very easy to cut. It kind of breaks apart into smaller pieces if you want to. So I'm pretty much just cutting it up and making sure I got a decent amount here. That's about half a pound, maybe a little bit over a half a pound maybe. So when I get my cast iron skillet, I just butter the whole thing because butter's good. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna throw my ribeye pieces in there, and then alongside my vegetables. Now you can put them in there at the same time because those thin pieces of steak are going to cook really fast. So as long as you just keep turning and moving everything around, everything kind of flavors up together, it's going to be real nice. And then I add some mixed seasonings. I'm adding some garlic here, just some garlic cloves, or minced garlic, I'm sorry. And then I'm just going to stir this around till it gets brown on all sides. And it takes a little bit while, but eventually we get it done. I'm just going to add a little bit of my secret purple salt and some more black peppercorns, and that's usually my mix of black peppercorns and whatnot. I also add a little bit of garlic powder. You can add onion powder if you want to, or you can add a little bit of chili powder, whatever you want to add. I just kind of kept mine nice and simple. And right now the meat is mostly done. There's only a few pink spots, so I'm just going to go ahead and mix everything up. And that just makes a lot of great flavors, all the onions and the green pepper just kind of blend together. And mostly I want to push all the meat forward and get my butter down so then we can start with the roll. So I got a roll that's pretty much just cut in half. And then pretty much I'm just gonna butter around it because I want it to be nice and toasted on the bottom. And I'm just kind of moving around, letting that butter soak up into that bread real good. And yeah, it's gonna be tasty. It's gonna be nice and it's gonna be nice. Maybe have a little bit of a crunch to it. And you want that bread toasted so that way the meat and the cheese and all the juice doesn't make the bread too soggy, unless you want it soggy. But now I do the soggy bread for Italian beefs, but for a cheesesteak I like it to be nice and crisp. So then I get my provolone cheese, and now I've seen people do this before. They just put the cheese on there like so, and then they grab the bread and then they just put it right on top of there and kind of do a flipping mechanism. I got inspired to try to do that next, but it was a fail. But anyway, we'll see. So right now I'm just adding some mayo to the cheese, to the bread. And as you see, I'm just separating what I'm going to add on. So I try to do the fancy thing and flip it over, realized it didn't got enough room. My hand was getting too close and it got hot. So I just end up just saying whatever, just threw everything over there. It's a cheesesteak, it's going to be messy. I took the remaining pieces of provolone, threw it on top. And then this is me trying to fold it. It was very messy. It kept opening it up, falling over on me. Eventually I get it down, and yep, there we go. That's the end result. And I just pour myself some chips to go with it. Cut it right down the middle. I just had to take a quick bite of this because I was starving. And yeah. But yeah, that's it. That's how I do my cheesesteak. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time on Vic Cook.